So I want you to forget everything you think you know about a T20 match between a powerhouse and an underdog. We're going to rewind the clock to February 18th, 2026 for a World Cup clash between India and the Netherlands. And trust me, this one was less about just brute force hitting and way more about tactical genius. Seriously, this was a chess match on a cricket field. In this quote, it absolutely nails the heart of the conflict. On one side, you've got India's incredible structure, that deep batting lineup. You know, a team literally built to soak up pressure and execute a flawless plan. And on the other, the Netherlands. They brought this disciplined surprise, playing with the kind of freedom you only get when you have nothing to lose, but with the tactical smarts to make every move count. All right, so let's break down this tactical chessboard. We're going to start with India's opening moves because right from the very beginning, every ball, every field placement, it was all part of a bigger plan to control the story of the game. From the very first over, you could see exactly what India was trying to do. Their body language was sharp, super focused. They went straight after the power play fields. You know, those first 6 overs where the fielding restrictions give the batters a huge advantage. And by constantly rotating the strike, they sent a crystal clear message. We are setting the pace here, not you. Now, here's what's so cool about how they did it. This wasn't about wild, reckless swinging for the fences. No, India's early runs came from pure technical skill. We're talking about finding the gaps between fielders, using the bowler's own pace against them. It's the perfect example of how modern T20 has evolved, where the real power is built on intelligent placement, not just brute force. So how exactly did India build such a monster total? Well, it wasn't just one huge over that changed the game. It was a calculated construction, something they built methodically, brick by brick. Their game plan was actually beautiful in its simplicity, but incredibly effective. You can almost think of it like a 4-act play. Act 1, build a really solid technical foundation. Act 2, soak up the pressure when the bowlers inevitably fight back. Act 3, identify your targets. You know, pick the right moments to attack. And then finally, Act 4, unleash a clinical, brutal surge in the final overs. It was just textbook T20 batting. But of course, the script wasn't perfect. The Netherlands' disciplined bowling created a real moment of tension. A slower ball just gripped the surface enough to cause a mistimed shot, and just like that, India lost a key wicket. The whole tempo of the game just dipped. And for a moment, they had to hit pause and start to rebuild. And for those crucial middle overs, the game became this fascinating grind. It was a genuine tactical arm wrestle. India's whole focus was on minimizing dot balls, you know, those deliveries where you don't score a run, while the Netherlands fought back with incredibly tight fielding, cutting off all the angles and constantly changing their pace. For a full 5 overs, it was just this brilliant, gritty dogfight. But in the end, India's experience really shone through. Their execution in the death phase was an absolute masterclass. Instead of panicking and just swinging at everything, they played it smart. They rotated the strike in the first few balls of an over, which meant they saved those high-risk, big boundary shots for the very last deliveries when they mattered most. It was just so clinical. It wasn't chaotic at all. Okay, so let's shift our focus. Because a chess match needs 2 players, right? And the Netherlands, they did not just show up to be a pawn in India's game. They came to compete, and their disciplined defiance was just amazing to watch. And boy, did they come out swinging. There wasn't a single sign of intimidation. The Dutch openers attacked anything wide, sending the ball just rocketing through the covers. It was this fearless display of stroke play against one of the world's best attacks that actually put India on the back foot, even if it was just for a little while. So the turning point of the chase, the big, decisive countermove, came when India brought on its spinners. And what's so important here is that the spinners weren't just desperately trying to get wickets. Nope. Their main job was to control the tempo, to slow the whole game right down, take the pace off the ball, and force the Dutch batters to generate all the power themselves. And it was that control that finally broke the game open. This put the Netherlands in that classic T20 trap. With the required run rate just climbing and climbing, What do? Do you try to accelerate early and risk a total collapse against these world-class bowlers? Or do you wait, try to play it safe, and risk falling so far behind you can never catch up? It's a decision that's made on a razor's edge. So, what are the bigger lessons we can take away from this? Forget the result for a second. What does this one match tell us about modern T20 cricket, and maybe where the whole sport is heading? Well, this really is a tale of two teams on two very different but equally important journeys. For India, this game was all about showing their tournament maturity, calmly executing a clear plan under immense pressure. But for the Netherlands, this was about a rising belief. It was proof that the tactical gap between the top teams and the so-called smaller nations, it is getting smaller and smaller, fast. When you really boil it down, this match was a perfect lesson in modern T20. It's all about controlling the different phases of the game, like India did with their brilliant death-over execution. It's about adapting faster than your opponent, which the Netherlands did with their fielding. It's about reading the crucial moments better, just like India's spinners did to change the tempo. And ultimately, it's about executing with a clear head, not just raw emotion. And that leaves us with one last fascinating thought to chew on. When a game plays out with this much strategy, with every single move and countermove being so critical to the final outcome, you just have to ask, right? Is the modern game becoming more of a tactical chessboard than just a sport? Something to think about the next time you're watching. Thanks for joining us for this explainer.